What's up, guys? This is our first episode of our new podcast, Organic Matters, hosted by yours truly, Tomas, Salas, and
Dominick, George. So on this podcast, we're just gonna tell some stories, speak about the things that maybe have happened recently or what's been on our mind. And we've been on the planet for like 17 years. We're growing up, and this is a good time to start talking about what we've been through, because thought we can kind of communicate our thoughts well, because we're seniors in high school, and we're just gonna take you into our lives a little bit.
We'll be talking about our aspirations, things that are important to us, things that are hilarious to us, and just overall the life of an average person who's going about their life in high school. Now, I know this first episode is not going to be anything that is going to be spectacular or anything, because it's our first podcast, and no podcast has ever started where it's just like right off the bat it's a perfect podcast and entertaining every single second. We are learning throughout this process, and we want to be entertaining to you guys and to each other, and to improve our overall communication in a funny way.
So yeah, we've tried this podcast thing before. I think this might be funny to start with, because when we were freshmen, it was freshman high school.
It was like 8th grade to freshman year.
It was the summer.
It was the summer.
The summer before our freshman year of high school, we tried to do a podcast, and we were rewatching them back with your mom, and I couldn't even watch it. It was just,
the style of it was very childish and unprofessional, which makes sense because we were childish and unprofessional at the time. So,
I mean, we can't really say we were. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, to be honest, but it felt like a long time.
It was that's like a fourth of our life, like 4 years. That's not a fourth. That's like a sixth. It's some sort of fraction of our lifetime that we've been on the earth.
It's just, so the thing I think you have problems with is when you're in front of a camera, you just kind of just, it's like a character.
Yeah.
It's like
it's been a problem for a while, and that's like something I'm trying to get over by starting this podcast, is trying to just be more organic in my conversations and to a camera and when people are around, instead of being this crazy character like, yo, what's up, guys? It's Toes in my salad here. Welcome to another video. And we're trying to kick that habit of being over the top in our videos.
I mean, like, some people are definitely like the same on camera and off camera. Some people can kind of get shy. Some people just don't know what to say. I feel like, I used to have definitely some sort of a character. It's like you've seen in like everyone, like, they go, hey, what's up, guys? It's blah blah blah, and because it's just kind of the YouTube we grew up in.
It is 100% just the YouTube we grew up in, and like the style that were first portrayed first portrayed onto us, and I think that us as kids, we interpreted that and we reciprocated that like same energy when we were talking to a camera, and because both of us wanted to be like some sort of YouTuber as a kid, because we were like watching ample amount of YouTube at the time.
Yeah, YouTube. I mean, I'm pretty sure for a lot of people, especially our age, I mean, we did watch TV, but we were kind of like in between like the transition age from like having TV as the primary like media to like YouTube.
Yeah, or like
and social media,
internet instead of cable.
Yeah, dude. Now, I mean, I'm sure people talk about this all the time, but dude, kids get electronics super young.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting seeing what happens 20 plus years in the future, what those kids are gonna be like as adults, and same with us, like what we're gonna be like as adults. I think the time that
to give a kid, it's talking about like when they give a kid, they're like,
like when my brothers were younger, they got their first phones when they were in like high school, and like
high school,
really
high school.
They're like 23, 24 now, so even most of their class like was just getting their phones in high school, so it's gonna be like where they're at. Save me here, Dom. I lost my train of thought completely. Like I said, guys, this is the first podcast. It's just destined to happen, something like that.
Well, I was gonna say, like, what age do you think is a good age for when you're a parent? When are you gonna give your kid their phone?
This is, I mean, it's such a hard thing to say because I was given my phone in 6th grade, and I wasn't even really given my phone. I just had a hand-me-down phone from my brothers.
Well, I did the same.
Yeah.
Was like a smartphone?
Yeah, it was a smartphone.
Oh.
It was an iPhone 4, and I just kind of started playing with it, and then eventually I was using it so much that my parents just put cellular on it, and I was able to call and text people and stuff and play games on it. I actually broke that phone playing Clash Royale.
How do you break a phone playing a game? Did you get mad?
You get mad and then you throw it at a wall.
Dude, okay, I've only thrown I don't think I've ever thrown something. I've thrown something that's not mine. In 6th grade, I was at a sleepover, and it was my first time. I never played shooting. I never played any first-person shooters. So we're playing Call of Duty, right? And I've never played before. And I was just getting it wasn't even fun. It was just because I've never used a stick to aim. I've only played platform fighters and platformers, and I've used a mouse and keyboard to aim. But I couldn't aim with my thumb. It didn't work. And because they didn't tell me
you weren't used to it.
No, but they didn't tell me how to aim down sights. I never aimed. I was only third person, and I couldn't shoot anything for my life. And they're like, Dom, why do you suck so much? I was like,
how old were you?
6th grade.
6th grade.
So.
Did you have a phone at this point?
I had a phone. I got my phone in 6th grade, same thing because my grandma lost her phone, bought a new phone, and then found that old phone.
So you got the other one?
Yeah, so I got the old phone.
Yeah.
It was a Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini. Remember? It's like the meme where you drop your phone.
The thing falls out. The battery.
The battery slides across the phone.
Yeah, I had a phone like that.
That actually happened to me, dude.
Yeah.
You remember how I'd take out the battery and
I do remember that.
use it as a fidget spinner?
Well, but anyways, why I was bringing up how I threw my phone at a wall and shattered it was, I don't know if it was the right time for me to get a phone. I made bad decisions with it, and going on to high school with having access to social media in middle school to high school, it felt like you could sort of hide your life on that device. If your parents don't check it, you can be a whole different person on your phone than who you are to your parents. And some people might not take it that way, but some kids will because...
No, I understand.
Yeah.
So, because my sister, she's younger than me, right? And so she is growing. She's not that much younger, but she's a sophomore, right? But so, that 2-year gap is it's a big difference. I think it's a certain switch in the world or something. I don't know, technology or people being more vocal, because that was in middle school and people started being more accepting, or what's the word?
Unified?
No, it's you could it's you
describe the context of a situation where people would be acting.
No, dude, it's people fighting for Boy Scouts that includes girls.
Transgender?
No, it's people would
woke
protest more.
Woke?
Not woke, but so she has some so she's not scared to voice her opinion, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's just in person she's not as vocal as she is online, because I know online she says whatever she's thinking, and sometimes my parents don't really like that. But so she's not, but if you ask her in person, she'll be yeah, I think this and this and this. But
and you have to be calm about it too to ask someone like that. Someone will be way more aggressive online than how they'll actually act in person. You could just see that with anyone who has an opinion, and then you bring it up to them IRL. They're just like some people have like anxiety and like start shaking because their opinion is like it's hard for them to say what they actually think.
See, okay, so back to, I know you're saying, I'm just saying back to like the original question of what age would you give your child a phone? I think giving them a phone in middle school, I think is a good time because of like sports, after school practices, stuff like that. But I don't know about social media because I didn't like start using like Snapchat or Instagram really until 8th grade is when I really started using those, like right before high school. I think that's a fine time, but middle school to have Snapchat, I think it might be a little too early. But maybe, I don't know about social media, but like maybe like a Kick. Because I mean, Kick used to be.
I don't even know what Kick is.
Kick is like it's like Messenger. It's a messaging app, right?
Okay.
So I used to use Kick in 5th grade because I got an iPad. So I would use my iPad to text my friends. Because in middle school I started using Skype. I used Skype and like Ubu.
Middle schoolers FaceTime.
Yeah. So, and I that's what I used, right? So I think that's fine because children. I mean, when you're younger. Do you remember, like when you were younger and you wanted to like call, you wanted to have like a sleepover?
Yeah, and you had to call your friends' moms,
yeah,
and then ask if like so and so's home, and then talk to them, and
it's
then
just
like,
such a
ask
process.
if they could sleep over. It was definitely a process, but it's kind of sentimental to me now thinking about it. Like it's very nostalgic thinking about that type of thing.
I mean, yeah, no, dude. But you know the worst thing? Okay, story time. First story. So I had I met my my first friend, which was my best friend for a long time. I mean, I think I'm better friends with you now, but it's Ani. So I still talk to Ani all the time, right? I still play games with him, but he's like my first like friend. Like he's like my first friend. I've been friends with him. I'm still friends with him to high school. Like I still talk to him and hang out with him. But so I met him at preschool. So I'm like young preschool, right? Maybe I should tell the story how I met him. So I'm playing. I see this guy, and you're a child, right? And I don't want to be racist, okay? I'm not being racist, but I'm like a child. I'm not racist, right? As a child, right?
Children aren't racist unless they're taught to be racist.
Exactly. So I see this guy, and Ani's Indian. Like his full name's Ani Ted. Like that's a huge, like a long name. I might have to bleep out the last name. We'll bleep out the last name. But I'm not saying this is what I thought, but maybe because I think that school was super white. So there was like maybe 2 kids, and Ani was one of them. Mm-hmm. So maybe subconsciously I was
2 kids that were not white.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe he looks different. Maybe I'll go say hi. Maybe he might be nice. So then he's playing cards by himself. I have no idea what he's doing with the cards. He's on like a mat doing something with cards.
What kind of cards were they?
Regular playing cards. Preschool, we basically just had like stations. You could do whatever you want, and I guess cards was one of them. Maybe it was
I wouldn't know. I didn't go to preschool.
So I'm in so I go to him, and then I'm like, "Hey, you want to play cards?" It's like, he said, "Yeah, sure." So we're doing whatever we want, and then I was like, "Hey, can I have that card he had?" I went to grab the card, and he's not giving it. And I was like...
You start hissing?
So then I was like, hey, can I have the card, please? And so then we're fighting. Then he bites my finger. He goes... And I was like...
This is like one of those classic preschool stories that you just hear. Like,
he bites my finger. And I'm like, who does... What?
This is why I didn't go.
Who does he... I'm like just trying to play... So then I just left. And so then I guess the next day I hung out with him or something, and we became friends. And then we were close friends. Like we do everything together, and we would play at recess together. So then I want to go to his house. I want to hang out with him like outside of preschool.
What does this have to do with the phone thing?
No, dude, I'm just saying that no, dude, because you were talking about how you have to call your parents. And set the play date, right? So I'm like, hey mom, here's his number. I got his. It took like 2 days to get his mom's number, then go back, then go to my mom, give his number. I'm like, hey.
But time isn't that valuable as a kid.
I know, but I know. I'm just saying it took a long time.
I'm just saying, like, as a preschooler, you have no concept of time, man. Like, or like kindergarten or like I don't remember a day of kindergarten or first grade or anything.
I have some stories.
I have like maybe a memory of like just the most random stuff from, but I probably only have like 5 memories from elementary school tops.
Well, anyways, I'm like, hey mom, can you set up a play date? And she goes, sure. The next day, I'm like, hey, did you set up the play date with Ani? And she's like, yeah, I did. It's this day. So I'm like hyped for that day. I'm like, oh yeah,
let's go.
I'm ready, bro.
Let's
I'm
go.
like, yeah, Ani.
We're gonna chill all day.
I'm like, yeah, Ani. My mom said she set up.
We're gonna do cocaine,
and it's all and it's all cool. And I'm like hype. End of the day, right? We're chilling. We wait like in this hall where there's like a hall, and right out there's the doors, and you can see your parents. So then I'm like, yeah. So my mom said I just walk with you and go to the car. So then Ani's mom gets here. So I'm like, all right. About to go down. Time to meet his parents for the first time. Walk up. The teacher's like, hey, is this not your mom? I was like, my mom said she set up a play date with his mom. And she's like, oh, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. They're like, I didn't get a note. But I'm like, no, trust me, I'm sure. So then I walk out with Ani. I'm like, this is so hype, boy. Ani's mom opens the car door. And then Ani's mom's like, who are you? She's like, I'm like, did my mom call you and say you should play with Ani? She's like, I have no idea who you are.
What?
You gotta get out of my car, kid.
Did Ani like speak up for you?
Ani was like, he didn't. Bye, Dom. So then I get out, and then
now your mom isn't coming to pick you up.
No, my dad comes to pick me up, but then I go back and sit down. And I was like, one, my mom lied to me. 2, I was embarrassed, dude. I was like, Ani's mom was like, who are you? Like, what? I didn't get any.
Do you have like a specific memory of this, like
in
your brain?
This was like my first time getting embarrassed. Like, I peed my pants at the school, not as embarrassed as this. All right, so I'm like, Dad, mom, I didn't call mom. I was like, mommy said. I said mommy, right? Because I was young. I was like, mommy said she set up a play date, and my dad goes, oh, I didn't know that. So then I get home, I'm like, Mom, you said you set up a play with Ani, but then I went in the car, and she said no. I was like, oh, I haven't called her yet.
Mom!
So that you said you were nostalgic of that? That's why I'm not nostalgic of that. Because that meant, dude, that was embarrassed.
So that's like traumatic.
Yes.
Every time you think of a play date, you just pee your pants probably, right?
No, dude.
Probably worse.
No, it's just after
that.
that.
You throw up?
No, after that I just made sure. I'm like, you 100%. You called his mom.
So this is where your trust issues come from.
Dude, I don't have trust issues.
I know, you don't have trust issues.
It's just, I was like, really? You lied to me, Mom? I was really disappointed, but anyways.
I would be disappointed too. That sounds like it would have been a great time.
Do you have any, like, give me, like, your like, a memory from, like, preschool? Like, tell a story.
Okay.
Because I have another one I can tell.
So, I guess you started with your best friend. I'll start with my best friend from elementary school. There was this guy named Tyler. And the first time we met, I can't even remember the first time we met. But he was always this, like, he was a sly dog, this Tyler character. Should we bleep out his last name too? Alright. This Tyler character was a sly dog. He would always get the chicks for some reason, and then, like...
In what grade? What grade is this?
This is, like, 1st to, like, 3rd grade. I'm not sure, but it was somewhere in there. And, I actually had a crush on my 1st grade teacher. I remember that. And, like, I was, like, telling him that I had this teacher, and he didn't have the same teacher, so he was, like, mad jealous, because he was also into the teacher.
You guys had crush? Wait, you got, like, an actual crush? Like, you were, like...
Yeah, like, she was hot, dude.
As a 1st grader?
Yes! I don't know, man. I was a... My hormones were just, like, going crazy as a kid, and, Anyways, so this Tyler character, right? He had this girlfriend named Chelsea, and she was almost top tier. She was like
as a 1st grader, you're ranking him. You're like,
she was like probably B tier as a first
Sally,
grader.
she's the fastest girl in the class.
She's the fastest girl in the class, always A tier.
Samantha, she kind of annoying. She didn't like when I threw a pencil in her hair. I don't know. What do first graders think are like?
Samantha
attractive?
chased me at recess, so she's definitely a B tier at least.
Wait, did you ever think that? Did you ever get made fun of? Because like,
let me finish my story.
You hang out with girl as like when you're younger, and they don't say like that you can hang out with them because they have cooties.
No, dude.
I feel like that's like
I was actually paid to like leave a girl once. Like she paid me to leave her alone.
So
we'll get into that. She didn't
want to hang out with you.
We'll get into. Yeah, she definitely didn't want to hang out with me. She paid me like $5. Anyway, so this guy like had this girlfriend, Chelsea. All right, she was probably like, I don't know, what are like second grade heights, like probably like 2 feet.
No, I don't know, dude.
Probably I don't know. She was like 2'5" maybe. I don't know how tall people are in second grade. 2'5", blonde hair, blue eyes. And he like totally bagged her. And I was like curious, like how do you get one of those, man? I want me some. Like I want a girlfriend. Like
she my girlfriend.
what do you guys like? How'd you like bag her, dude? And he's like, you punch her in the balls. I'm like, what?
What?
You punched her in the balls? I'm like, I don't think they have balls. But I don't. He was like a serial liar, I think. He said many things that were found to be untruthful, and that was one of them because I like fantasized about mustering up the courage of punching a girl in the balls to be able to like get her to like me.
Today's the day. I'm gonna punch Susie in the balls.
She's gonna love this. Anyways, yeah. So that was a story. That's what I remember.
How'd you become best friends?
Him? Like I said, I don't remember, dude. He was in my kindergarten class, so like probably just like met.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell
Wait.
Dude, this could be like this.
Wait. Let's get into a deeper subject now.
Nah, dude. First episode, we're just do some stories, bro. Come on.
I understand, but I had this on my mind earlier, and I just wanted to talk about how.
All right.
I just wanted to talk about how our generation is so advanced technologically wise because we're the first ones to grow up from like middle school, like children, to have like this technology ingrained in our life. Like we are half cyborg because of how much technology we use. We have a phone on us 24/7. We don't leave it. Like when we go places, we always have it in our pockets. And it's just it's really interesting how it's changing like society. Like a generation ago when our parents were kids, they didn't have like location trackers. They could go out and say, "Hey, I'll be back by 10." Before the lamps outside turn on.
And you have no idea what they just did.
Yeah, they could be like, "Yo, I'm gonna hang out with Johnny,"
and then you make it with their girlfriend,
or go to Chicago in their 25-year-old friend's car, and then come back like it was nothing. Or they could have been at the courts playing some b-ball.
Okay, one thing I think has changed the most is people's spelling, like caliber.
Oh yeah?
Because so, I mean, you have spelling tests in elementary school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then middle school, they're like, doesn't matter anymore. So then, since middle school, like, I don't remember how to spell. Even during like the spelling test, you would remember it for that test. Then after that, you might remember, but like, I don't remember most of the
I don't even know how to spell tomorrow.
Okay, no, dude, it's just Tom or Roe. All right, come on, everyone knows that one.
That's a good trick.
Because I do that every time I type out tomorrow.
Tom or Roe.
Same for the spelling test. I remembered together is to get her.
We need to have a separate channel where we just like give spelling tips.
No, dude.
Or something.
No, like so. It's just I'm such a bad speller, dude, and I just focus on spell check. Like, there's some words that I should definitely know how to spell, but I have zero. I it's just so bad, and I'm in AP class. I'm in AP classes. All right.
Smart guy.
I got a 3 on the AP Lang test, which isn't great, but like I can at least use it for college credit.
It shows you that you're smart. Like you can get through a college class like
that. But I can't spell like garage.
What about gorilla?
GORILA.
Nice.
But
garage, GARAGE. That's pretty easy, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, I couldn't spell tour.
Tour?
No, like when I was trying to tell people how
TORE?
Yeah. I had no idea how to spell it. Dude, I was having a mental because I was trying to tell people how I tore my ACL. I was spelling it just TOR.
TORR would be my guess before TOR.
So, dude, it's just so bad, dude. I couldn't spell tour. So that changed, I think, for people. Also, I mean, this is really like the cyborg part.
Wait, hold up.
We started.
What changed?
People spelling wrong. People like not being able to spell.
You think that people could spell better? Like,
yeah, 110%. Because it's spell check. People just depend on spell check. I know some people that just say, yeah, I can't spell, I just use spell check. But I think another thing that's changed is, like you said, like the trackers and everyone. And how you can get caught with so many more things. Like
you can't do as much.
Like, no, let's like, not like illegal things. I'm just saying just like colleges now look at like Instagram pages.
Yeah.
For scouts to make sure to see if you're like worthy or not. And it's just more your life is on showcase than it used to be.
Digital footprint, man.
Yeah.
It's always like told to everybody, and it's like an important thing. You need to be mindful of what you're putting out on the internet. Microphone adjustment right there. But it's gonna be interesting to see how we grow up, what type of kids we have, how we raise them, and like how the world is gonna be. Is it gonna be destroyed? Is there gonna be fires everywhere?
There already is fire everywhere.
Is there gonna be more fire everywhere? Is there gonna be more natural disasters because we mess everything up? So it would be unnaturally disasters. It would just be a disaster.
Dude,
The natural disaster meaning changes when we get older. We just call them disasters.
Dude, do you think are my kids ever gonna have the mom lied to them about the playdate moment like I did?
Or will they be the ones making the playdate because they're so smart because they have a chip ingrained in their head as a child, so where they can listen to music without even having to press a button. They can just say in their head, yo, play Swervin' by 6ix9ine and Boogie with a Hoodie, and then in their head it just goes, Swervin', how you look so perfect on your wear. But it's in their head so they can listen to it, and that means they can have a play date as a kid without asking.
Or they could just have like a device already. I don't know. I mean, you kind of just took that out of the water, but yeah. Sure, yeah, sure.
So what we're saying basically is technology is advancing, and you need to be ready for it because it's going to get crazy. Have an open mind and be happy. That's my advice. As a 17-year-old kid going through the world.
Anyways.
In the 21st century.
I like we were going with the first grader stories.
Yeah, it was nice. We talked about it for a minute. We can keep talking about that
because I was just gonna tell I had another story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or should I might go into kindergarten. So you were talking about the crush you had, whatever. In first grade, my kindergarten class was not very big. It had like maybe 10 kids in it. That's it. And so we talked to everyone.
I probably had like 30.
So in my kindergarten class, it was about equal boys and girls. So everyone, all the boys and all the girls.
Hold up. All the boys, all the girls. Let me just check if it's still recording. Okay. We're good.
So all the boys. Wait. So all the boys.
Wait. No.
So all the boys.
Wait, do we need to clap?
No, it's okay. We're still recording. So all the boys and all the girls, like, partnered up, and they were like, "This is the girl I'm gonna marry." So I had this girl.
How did they know?
But the thing is like, we'd have talks about this at like lunch. It would be like, so like I could marry you, but I can't.
You said it face to face to the girls?
Yeah, it was like the girls and the guys would like a whole conversation and be like, "No, I think we would be good." Well, maybe. And then it would like took a while, and then I got this girl.
That's pretty outgoing of you guys, like, to just talk about that openly, like.
So then I'd hang out with this girl the most, but then like not really at all. It was so.
Wait, you were gonna be married to her?
Yeah, but so yeah, we had like.
How are you expecting to marry her if you don't spend quality time?
Dude, for kindergartners, bro, we thought you just were like, "Yeah, I'm marrying that girl," and then the girl goes, "Yeah, I can marry you."
It's not how it goes.
That's what I'm saying. So then
I've never tried.
So we would like all hang out in our partners or whatever. It's just weird. Just like kids just like do that and just don't
Kids
know.
are freaking weird.
Don't know
I know
perception.
this my sister had a like friend in her class who had like 6 girlfriends.
Did you have a girlfriend?
What is a girlfriend? And no, dude, I didn't punch anyone in the balls.
You didn't. Okay, dude. So I didn't punch anyone in the balls, but I had that one girl that I had a crush on. Like the one I said I had a crush on from like first grade to 5th grade. No, but like one recess, I hung out with her. Like I talked to her the whole recess. This was in 3rd grade. I talked to her the whole recess, and I was like, dang, I really like this girl. I'm in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I'm like, this girl is sick. Like I could hang out with this girl a long time.
Did you proclaim marriage?
No, but then I tried to do the same thing next recess. She blows me off, and I was like. I was sad. I was literally sad.
I would be sad too.
And then I saw the shortest girl in our class, and I was like, "That's the girl. That's the new one." Valentine's Day. You know, in elementary school.
Yeah, that's like a special day right there. You make those boxes, and everyone gets a Valentine.
Yeah.
If you don't bring one for everyone, you don't get to bring one at all.
Everyone. So. I brought Valentines for everyone, right? Mm-hmm. But I made a special one for this girl.
Aww.
And I bought her a necklace that went with it.
Stop bringing back these traumatic memories, Dom.
So what you would do, and this year and we didn't have boxes. We like outside the classroom there was like a place we put our backpacks. So they're like, all right. Go out into the backpacks and put your Valentines in the backpack. So, like, all right, Dominic, your turn. I bring my stuff, put everyone in the backpacks, and before the time, I made sure I knew which backpack the girl's was. So I put my special Valentines in, and then, like, the next day, she's like, "Hey, Dom, I saw your Valentine, and I kind of like you too." I was like. Dude. I was so hyped, dude.
That's so sweet.
I've never been this hyped in my
dude. Why can't anything go like that happen for me as a kid, dude?
I was so hyped, dude.
You were saying all these talking points of your story, and every single one, bah, bad memory, bah, bad memory,
dude. So then,
bah, rejection.
So then, dude, we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Heck yeah.
We'd like hang out, and
just kiss.
No, dude.
Oh.
But the thing is. I invited her to my birthday party, and dude, that's big. As like big. A 3rd grader,
having a girl at your birthday party?
Yeah, it was all the guys. Ani was there.
Only one girl.
Molly, cut that out. I don't want her name showing. She was the only girl there, and we went ice skating because my birthday's in December.
Yeah.
She's a hockey player.
Shake my hand.
So She knows how to ice skate. This is my first time ice skating. There's at one point where she's stopping. She like stopped at the edge. I'm skating towards her. I'm like, I can't stop. Help!
No.
Help! I hockey check her into the wall.
Oh God.
Her lip starts bleeding.
Damn! I thought it was gonna be. I thought she was like gonna catch you and it was gonna be romantic.
No, dude, I tried to stop
like
her.
she was gonna like hug you, like, oh, it's okay, I got you.
Dude, I hockey check her to the wall with my arm, trying to stop because I couldn't stop, and her lip starts bleeding, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, and she's like, it's okay, whatever. My dad's like, really, Dom? He pushes me off. And I'm like, oh, this could not go any worse. But then that's all. She moved schools after 3rd grade. But then in middle school, I'm like, she's going to the same middle school again. So then we started texting. She was like my middle school girlfriend. She like come I walk out to the bus with her. I did that a couple times. But then I realized, we don't have as much in common anymore. So I just stopped responding. I ghosted her in middle school. And so then we finally ended it.
Play over here.
So it was like, yeah, but I'm telling you, that's where I learned the moves. 3rd grade.
When you were talking about how you like put a necklace in her backpack or something, I did that kind of thing for one of my crushes as a kid. This was like 3rd grade as well. I created this card, and it was like 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, and I made this like little like keychain type thing with like beads on it and like it's just like a little keychain type thing, and I put it on there, I drew it on the card, and I said, this is from your secret admirer. The person who sent you this card is going to be wearing this emblem tomorrow.
That's so complicated.
At school.
But that sounds kind of cool, though.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome. But also, I was a fat little kid, so no one was into me. So,
okay, dude, look at that.
Wait. So we had like these, mailboxes as a kid. You have these mailboxes. Everyone has one. I wait till everyone leaves the classroom one time. Like I was the last in line, and I grabbed like the envelope that I had. I put it in her mailbox. And she goes home. She tells me this later. She opens it and like her dad sees it and is like, "What the heck? That's like kind of weird." Then she goes to school the next day, and all her friends are like, they come up to me and are like, "See, like Charlie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
That's big.
I was.
When you commit that.
Yeah, I was freaking... you could say what you want, but I was a confident kid. Like, I didn't even see the fat on my body. I thought I was a buff little boy.
You were thick-boned.
It was like this big.
But, so what happened? Did she reject you? Please.
She just kind of ignored me. She just kind of like... It's like, chill, I guess. We're friends.
You didn't date her like I did?
Nothing.
Dude.
There was this one kid who like also liked her in 5th grade. Like we had like constant classes together until like 5th grade, and his name was like Aiden or something. We like constantly would hang out with her at recess, and I would always be like cooler than him. Like, well, in my mind, I think I was so much cooler than that kid, and like I would always do cooler things and like one up him. But I think he always would like try to one up me, even though he was like one of these space kids, like science kids. I'm so much cooler than you, Aiden.
So, dude, okay, so in 3rd grade, I was the most athletic person in my class.
Oh man.
So I was the fast kid, like that everyone.
Oh shoot.
In 3rd grade, we did fitness tests.
Yeah.
I was the best at all of them.
You were S tier, like girls liked you.
Yeah, because
I was like at least A tier of like friend.
Yeah.
I was the best friend.
I might have had a whack haircut, but I was the fastest kid, and height didn't matter, because now I'm short. So.
Yeah, everyone's short then.
But height didn't matter. So like all the what is it called? We did the pacer test for last one running. We did
the mile.
No, this was we didn't do mile, and
Really?
this is not middle school. This is in
Elementary?
third grade. Yeah,
I
third
did
grade.
a mile in
We
elementary.
did not do mile in elementary. That's way too long, bro.
Cringe.
So we did pacer test. We did this test where there's like alligators.
Real ones?
No, fake fake
Oh.
alligator plushes.
Yeah.
You'd run down, grab an alligator, put it on the line, run down, grab the other alligator, put it on the line, then you're done. It's
Man,
like
I love
it's an agility test.
elementary school PE games.
It was that, and then I think there was a broad jump, and then there was a dead hang. And to pass the test, it wasn't very long, but I hung for a minute, and I was the only one to break minute in third grade. So
Heck yeah.
I hung there for a minute, dropped down. Everyone's like, yeah, Tom. So yeah, I was the fast kid, right? And then I got progressively fatter. But in fifth grade, in third grade I was like the most athletic one. Fifth grade, I wasn't the most athletic one in the school. Like I was in third grade, but fifth grade, the class I had was not very athletic at all. So even with a little chub on me,
you're still pretty.
I was the most athletic one in that class.
Nice.
So in fifth grade, I was on my hoe grind, dude. I was like literally.
Wait, fifth grade?
Fifth grade.
This chick left?
Yeah, this is fifth grade.
Oh, the
fifth
chick
grade,
left. He was in his feels.
This is when I get Skype kick.
Oh.
I was like texting 3 girls, and then I was Skyping the other, and the whole class liked me. I swear to God, I could do anyone. Like, dude.
You could do anyone.
Yeah, dude. I like fifth grade. I'd be like, hey, it's not working out. Boom, next girl. Find out what she likes. That's what I like now too. So, I started this one girl. She really liked Michael Jackson. I started listening to his songs, and then like next year, like in 6th grade, that was my favorite artist.
Really?
Like literally, just because that girl put me on. But so I'd do whatever their hobbies were, and then this one girl was always like, "Hey, I really like you," or whatever, and I'm like, "Sorry, I have a girl right now, dude." So that
every time.
Yeah, 20 times at least. I was like, "Yeah, I'm still with this one girl."
What's the maximum?
I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. She asked me out 20 times, but I definitely didn't have 20 different girls in that class. But I felt like I was like the coolest person in that class.
Because you were.
Yeah, and everyone was like, yeah, I was the class clown too. What
did the teacher think of you?
The teacher, really liked me. I even know I'd blurt out, make jokes all the time, class clown. She was one of my favorite teachers, and she was really cool. And the best part is Derek's best friend at that time.
Derek is Dom's brother.
My brother's best friend at the time. Like his mother was that teacher. So like I'd see her like outside of class.
Yeah, that's sick.
I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?"
What did it do, shawty?
And she was a new teacher that year, but then she left the next, because I guess she couldn't find anyone better than me. I don't know. But yeah, that's how my elementary school went. I was like the athletic kid, like the classic, like, "Oh, you're so fast," and all the girls were like, "Hey, what's up?" That was me. But then I was also funny on top of it.
I've always been different.
You've always been.
I haven't fit into a stereotype yet. I'm just Tomas. Elementary school was a ride. I feel like every single class that I've been through, I've had the easiest teachers, like that were available. Like everyone would always say like, oh, like if there's 2 different teachers for a subject, they'd be like, oh, I have this teacher. I give so much homework and like the tests are so hard. But I would have the teacher that would be like, give out maybe a little bit of homework and then the test would be like,
yeah, I think
not so hard.
That's the same. I feel like I've had the easiest teacher. Every year they're like, "Oh, you got a good one."
What about Mr. O'Malley?
I didn't have him.
Oh.
I was in your class. I was in your class. That's how we became better friends. All right, get in our friendship. So one day, 7th grade, I'm sitting by my crush. I'm like, finally I can talk to her 24/7 in class. All right, I'm chilling. I'm like, this girl, I really like her. So one day, this clown walks in. All right, he's like,
who's this guy?
he says something. I don't hear, like, the teacher's introducing him. He's like, hey, this is our friend, this is Tomas. And then he says something. I don't hear what he says. The whole class starts laughing. So I was like, nice. What he actually says is say.
Okay, so a little bit of background on what I said. Everyone calls me the wrong name. My name's Tomas. Or, well, like, more better pronounced, it's Tomas. People call me Thomas, Tomas. Anything that is different than Tomas is said. And so the only way that I found to make people a little bit more efficient at actually saying my name is introducing myself like this. Saying, hey, what's up? My name's Tomas. Like, toes on your feet and moss on the trees. Moss.
He says that. The whole class starts laughing. So then I was like, whatever. And then our teacher has to find a spot for him. And
makes the best decision he could have made.
I guess there was like a seat open next to two girls, and I guess he didn't want to put Tomas in that seat. He looks around, looks right at me and my crush, and says, hey, Dom's crush, move to that seat. Tomas, you sit next to Dom. I was like, you've got to be kidding. And I was like, whatever.
Was it in the back?
It was
like right in the middle of the back.
Well, it was kind of set up like a U.
Yeah.
So it was like right here, like in the back of the U.
Yeah.
So then he puts Tomas there, and I was like, you're joking. Whatever. Fine. Whatever.
I had to like come up and like steal some of your thunder from elementary school, man, because like you had way too much.
So then he sits down, and he's so annoying. He won't shut up, and he says the stupidest things. I'm like, this joker, this absolute joker,
clown of a man,
steals my crush's seat, and I have to sit by him until we move seats, which I don't know how long. So I hated him. He was just so annoying. And since he was a new kid, everyone was talking to him. So I'm like, whatever.
Man, actually, I had a girlfriend within the first week of that school.
So I was like, whatever, bro. He's so annoying. Fast forward, the summer after that, I see on Instagram, he's doing like flips on like a trampoline. And I was like, can't believe this joker does this, because I'm the only one I've ever met that's ever done this. I taught myself a backflip when I was 8 on accident, and I was doing flips, but then I see him doing stuff. So
better than you.
So then, yeah, I was like, this can't happen. All right, I'm supposed to be cool. I got jealous. So then I'm like, whatever. So then I see him in class, first day of like 8th grade, and I was like, hey, Tomas. He's like, hey, Dom. Like, dude, something, I don't know. Like we've known each other. And I'm like, dude, I see your flips. You know, I can do flips too. He's like, no way. So, but then secretly I'm like jealous. And I sit by Tomas. We're like friends out of nowhere. All right, we're like friends, like actual friends.
We fed off each other's energy and like made jokes and made everyone laugh.
Yeah, so then he was talking, and then I was still jealous of him. So I taught myself a back full.
Backflip 360.
And he couldn't do that. So then I held out again. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Toes on My Salad.
Yeah,
that's my Instagram handle.
Yeah, I added him just so I knew he would see it.
Posted the video.
So then I posted on Instagram, and then we start going off each other, and then he starts doing doubles, and I was like, all right, nope, my turn. So then, yeah, but then he
starts landing doubles, man.
So then we hang out. First time we hang out, I come to his house. His mom doesn't like me because I'm wearing Logan Paul merch or whatever or something, and then yeah, but then I started hanging out with him more, and then some of his friends didn't hang out with him as much, then hung out with him more, and then we became best friends because yeah, and that's how it happened. I'm pretty sure high school had a factor in it because I kind of hang out with him more during that summer than anyone else, so that's how we became really good friends. But all my friends I've hated as soon as I met them, but now it's just whatever.
Flips brought us together.
Yeah.
We are divers. We do flips and then we dive into the water, and we do that for sport, and we try to make it look good so that we can get good scores. And that's basically our whole like mission in life is to make our flips look good for people.
Well, I can't do flips anymore. I can't do most things because I tore my ACL playing soccer. So my whole senior season is gone. And I wanted to go to state this year, and I want to do a lot of things, but I can't.
It's a very tragic injury that happened, and he actually tore his ACL, MCL, LCL, and part of his meniscus. So it's gonna be a difficult year for him, but that's why we actually started the podcast. We got the inspiration to start something out of a bad situation, and this is where it's taking us, and hopefully we can become something and grow from this, and not just be divers and not just be Jags, everyday guys. Wait, no, how? Just a guy. That's what my dad says. Just a guy, a Jag.
Oh, so what? So I have another one. It's what is it? Is it a NERP? Normal everyday person or NARP, something like that. Normal normal
Rar.
everyday regular person, something like that.
Rarn?
NERP.
NERP.
Normal everyday regular person. Because I know a friend that quit soccer this year because
Now she's just a NERP.
now she's just a NERP, and because
Normal, everyday, regular person.
so now she's just focusing on college, which I mean is okay.
It's aight.
But she played all those years to play soccer, and then she quit because she didn't like it, which I mean is understandable, but it's whatever.
Alright, guys. Well, let us know what you thought about this whole experience here. Let us know what you think about the set. We thought about our personalities, how we can do better speaking to each other and to you guys. Do you like the segments?
Do you like us just talking? Do you like story time? What do you like the most?
Do you like deep thoughts and big words?
I feel like as we go on, we'll have deeper conversations
For sure.
The podcast, but with stories as well, and try and bring us into our experiences and what we experienced. Maybe you can learn something from us.
Maybe you guys got nostalgic feels from our elementary school vibes that we were just throwing at you.
So yeah, hope you enjoyed. This has been Organic Matters, and I hope you guys come back next week.
Yeah, next week, Saturday, we'll be speaking on more matters that are organic to our lives and the world around us, and hopefully your world as well.
All right, well, have a great day.
Save the planet.